Vikings go to Buffalo and they win in overtime in the 1 o'clock hour, 33-30. I'm going to do a quick, basically bring us into the fourth quarter and go through that whole sequence of events. Then I'm going to pass to you, Jack, to see what your thoughts are on the Vikings winning here. And so just to put everybody in the zone here, if you haven't seen the highlights, first of all, go watch them. But the abridged version here is that we're in the fourth quarter. The Bills are up 27-17, and they have the ball. They're driving. They get to the red zone, and Josh Allen scrambles. It's 4th and 2. He's got to make something happen. They don't go for the field goal here. They're down. They're up 10. Field goal will put them up 13. They say, we're going to go 4th and 2 from the 5-yard line. Josh Allen scrambles, throws a pick to Peterson in the end zone, right? So that's the first that's the first start of the end here for the Bills. Vikings go down, score a TD. This is middle of the fourth quarter. They score a TD with 4 or 5 minutes left, I think. They kick off to the Bills. The Bills basically stall out and have to punt to the Vikings. The Vikings are now down 3. It's 24-27. The Vikings go all the way down with roughly 2 minutes left. They're on the goal line, and on 4th down, they're at 4th and goal from the half-yard line. Kirk Cousins goes for the QB sneak. Kirko Chain's trying to go in, and he falls short. They called it on the field, and it was conclusive, at least from my eyes on the replay, that he was just short. I mean, I'm talking, this much short.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think there was just a penalty too. So it was they were on the half yard, and then it was a half the distance to the goal. So they must have been 3 inches away, sort of thing. They were inches
right there.
away.
But Buffalo made this defensive stop. And I think actually they were down by 4. That's why they were going for the TD, because they missed the extra point. So it was it would have been 23-27. That's why they were going for the TD. But, So they're down 4. They need the TD. They don't get it on 4th down, all the way at the quarter-yard line. And then, but here it is. It's 2 minutes left, and Josh Allen has to come out and victory kneel this out, but he can't because it's on the
quarter-yard line. Yeah,
exactly. So basically he can't kneel, so they've got to run the ball. They decide to go QB sneak with Josh Allen, and he doesn't even get the chance to sneak because he fumbles the center to QB exchange. Yeah. He fumbles it, and then Vikings recover in the end zone anyway. So they score the TD. They go up 3 with less than a minute left.
Yeah.
And then basically the Buffalo goes down, gets in field goal range, kicks the field goal. We go into overtime. Once again, Buffalo, the coin toss. Josh Allen's having PTSD. The Vikings win the coin toss. They get the ball. They go down. They drive down, but they can't score a touchdown, so they kick the field goal. Now Josh Allen just needs to score a TD to win, a field goal to tie to give it back to the Vikings. And he gets all the way to the red zone, mostly with his legs, with a couple of big runs. And then once again in the red zone, he throws towards the end zone. This one considerably worse. Peterson picks him off again, cuts the route. Excellent play by Peterson, basically anticipating, the route, understanding, based off of the how the formation was lined up. He knew that it was going to be basically a deep curl, and he picks that right off, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
And so with all that, what do you think about the Vikings coming back from down 10 in the fourth quarter and winning this game, Jack?
I mean, a lot of thoughts on this. I mean, I think the biggest thought was, the most impressive thing. I wish I got this off while you were drinking your water. Most impressive thing of this game is that not only did they beat the Bills, right, a team we've all been saying is top 3, but it was a 2-on-1 game that the Vikings had to play against the Bills and the refs during this game.
Jeez.
and still were able to come away with, you can't stop the coin toss. Very hard to rig a coin toss. No, but that aside, definitely for a lot of that, some subpar calls or choices to review. Obviously, the Gabe Davis catch was definitely a contentious point, especially because it wasn't like he got out of bounds. It wasn't like a thing. Oh, they're in true 2-minute drill mode. That's hard to say. True 2-minute drill mode. Balls in bounds. They got to keep going. Don't have time to you don't want to interrupt the flow of the game. It wasn't even like that. They got out of bounds. The clock was stopped. So they
They could have
that
stopped it. Yeah.
yeah, the fact that that was, and I know it's hard for the wherever the ref was standing. I know was hard to see, but I could see, but if you had the other angle, you could see the ball move. Like on camera, it was very easy to see. Obviously, it's slowed down, so on. So it is harder for a ref. But the fact that the skybox didn't stop that, weird. On that QB, something I heard. This one I don't know. The other thing I'm about to say, I do know. The QB sneak. I saw people saying that half the Bills were lined up off sides on that QB sneak, or lined up in the neutral zone. Something, I forget the exact difference, but was something to that, something like that. There was a missed call there. I heard people saying what was definitely missed was on one of the runs. It may have been in overtime, but on one of the runs, one of these goal line runs, right? Because the Vikings got stopped on, because they got stopped in overtime, had to kick a field goal, got stopped on that 2-minute drill we were just talking about where they failed to sneak. On one of the runs to Dalvin Cook, the Bills straight up had 12 men on the field, like they had like 11 men in the box. Like 11 men in the box, one dude covering like the outside wide receiver. Like they straight up had 12. Like not like a dude, noticed. Yeah, just straight up. And no one noticed. And after you see the photos and you see count the players, but at that point, plays it wasn't noticed in the moment. The cast didn't get it either. Like whoever was calling the game didn't get it. Like it was just like it was. I saw this after the fact, but that was very that was very interesting. So a lot of the refereeing, I know you had said to me that they've been holding Justin Jefferson all night, but he still can't be stopped.
Yeah.
But reffing aside, Vikings win. I think it's a very good win. The one thing I will highlight, and then I'll let you talk because I've been talking for a bit, is a lot of the talk's been about Josh Allen, and it should be, because the team does kind of live or die by him, right? It does, like there is all that, but at the same time, 30 points. I think that's what it was, like whatever, 30 points. I think it was in overtime.
Yeah, 33-30 was the final score.
Yeah, that 30, like an offense scoring 30 points is pretty good. And I think for like in one of these cases where they were up, I think they were up 27-10, or they were at least up 24-10 at the half. At a point, there's something on the Bills defense, right? There's that stat that we saw. What was it? The Bills, they showed that on the cast. The Bills are 2-8, I think, in games in the past 2 years decided by less than one score, or by less than 8 points. That's what it was. 2-8. It just, I don't know. It's hard for me to purely put this on Josh Allen when the defense gives up 33 points. I think Von Miller played very well. They got a lot of good picks on Kirk Cousins. I'm not attacking. All I'm trying to say is I don't think it should solely be all the talk for everything should be about Josh Allen. That's all.
Yeah, I agree that we shouldn't solely be talking about Josh Allen. So I'm going to first start with the Vikings, and I want to highlight Justin Jefferson, because there was so much in this game that, I gave the breakdown of the play-by-play, but Justin Jefferson on that final drive where they needed a TD when they're down 4, on 4th down, Justin Jefferson makes the best catch of the season as well, to be paired with it's on 4th and 10 or something.
It's one of the best catches of our lives, potentially.
It's a jump ball. The defender basically has 2 hands on it. He's behind Jefferson. Jefferson jumps up and gets 1 hand on it and brings it down with, basically they bring it down 3 hands
takes it out of the DB's hand.
And he takes it out of his hand with 1 hand as he's coming to the ground, keeps possession, and basically saves the game on 4th down. Otherwise, that game doesn't even continue going. Yeah. 4th and 18. The game doesn't even keep going if this catch isn't made. But forget about that. Justin Jefferson was killing them the entire game, 193 yards, I believe, 10 catches, something crazy. He was getting doubled. He was breaking coverages, and as you said, I mean, they were letting him play, and I was getting upset because they started calling some ticky-tacky PI calls late, because Jefferson was getting held downfield. He's getting his jerseys is getting pulled and stuff like that, and they were letting him play. They were letting him play through it, and he was still dominating them. And so I just got to shout out, he is the best player on that team, and Kirk Cousins is essentially throwing it at him, and he's back shoulder, up in the air, down low, whatever you need. He's going and getting the ball. He's finding it. And so it's unbelievable. Do I believe in the Vikings? Not really, But do I now on the Bills
This,
side? No, I don't. I
this
mean, I'm sorry, but I the fact
only
that
loss to the Eagles. Only loss has been to the Eagles, by the way.
yeah, but a lot of these games
Because
have been close, and
yeah,
yes, they're
they
winning the
have been.
close ones,
Yes.
but
But
some of them
at some
shouldn't
point,
quite be
yeah.
this close, right? And you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
no.
so
You can only win a coin toss so many times, you know. It's
yeah, and you could. I mean, of course, I think Josh Allen is the majority to blame here because he's going to get the majority of the credit when they win because he's so good,
yes,
and he
true.
played. If you take away the massive mistakes, he played really, really good. He really did. Like, and when the Vikings kicked that field goal in OT, the only thing I'm thinking is game's already
It's over.
over.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's going to get the ball and drive down there and score a TD, and instead he gets reckless, right? He gets reckless, and he's throwing this pass in a tight
Yeah.
coverage, and I mean, it's a great play by Peterson for sure, but the only other thing I want to say about this game and Josh Allen specifically is I think it's really interesting how he's supposedly injured, and I'm going to just take it as it is that he has some sort of injury, right? They weren't sure if he was going to play. They weren't really saying it intentionally. I'm fine with that. Whatever. It's gamesmanship, whatever. He's got a possibly hurt elbow. Doesn't seem anything serious, but, in theory, it could be worse. And he's out there running and trucking guys and throwing
yes.
He's throwing picks and going after tackles, full on leaping, lunging,
yeah.
tackling.
He was like
guys.
on the ground.
He was on the ground like hurt because he's already hurt and he's throwing literally his hurt elbow directly into a guy for the tackle. Now he did just throw the pick, so it's like, well, at least he's going after it. And that's the thing. This.
It's good
what
chutzpah,
I think is right. What I think is interesting about this is that if he's playing injured and he keeps playing like this and he keeps being totally fine and he's able to play and he's able to play through it and he plays good enough, we're all gonna say, wow, Josh Allen, he's just gritty, man. He's a real football player. He'll fight through injury, just like the good old days in the 70s when they didn't remember their name and they would go out there and play.
When Terry Bradshaw didn't even know who he was and was going out there.
Josh Allen, he's that's why he's better than anyone else, because he will still truck a guy and while he's injured, right? But if he gets injured worse, and God forbid, now he breaks his elbow or something to the point where he can't play and the season's essentially over, then who do we point the fingers at? Because all of a sudden it's not going to be, we love Josh Allen for doing this. We're going to say,
you already know
what is Josh Allen doing? 100%. It's going to be the coaches.
It's going to be what are they letting him do? Oh no, they're what are they letting Josh? What are they doing to Josh Allen?
Why would they let him play? Why would
exactly?
And truthfully, why are they letting him play? If you can't control him, if he's going to, if he says, Coach, I don't care if I got a concussion, if I got a broken elbow, I am going to not slide. I'm not even going to slide. I refuse to slide. I will continue to truck guys. Why would you play him? Because he's just going to get more hurt. Now, this might not come to fruition, and I hope it doesn't, but people won't be upset until he actually gets hurt. Everyone's going to say, this is great. And then suddenly it's going to flip and it's going to be Sean McDermott's fault. And when in reality, it's Allen being reckless.
Playing
reckless.
That's
how he plays.
Yeah.